Deep within the annals of natural history lies a tale of tragedy, a story that has haunted the pages of time. It's the story of a creature as elusive as it was fascinating, the Tasmanian tiger, also known as the thylacine. This enigmatic animal once roamed the wilds of Tasmania, a symbol of the island's unique biodiversity. Imagine, if you will, the dense primeval forests of Tasmania. These forests, ancient and untouched, were a sanctuary for countless species, including the thylacine. The air is thick with the scent of eucalyptus and damp earth, a heady mix that speaks of life and decay, of nature's endless cycle. The silence is broken only by the rustle of leaves and the calls of unseen birds. This symphony of sounds was the backdrop to the thylacine's existence, a creature perfectly adapted to its environment. This was the realm of the thylacine, a creature as enigmatic as its island home. It moved through the forest with a grace and stealth that made it a ghost in the shadows, rarely seen but always present. The Tasmanian tiger, or thylacine, was not a tiger at all, but a marsupial more closely related to kangaroos and koalas than to any feline predator. Its striped back and dog-like head gave it an appearance that was both familiar and alien. Its scientific name, Thylacinus cynocephalus, hints at its unique nature: pouched dog with a wolf's head. This name captures the essence of the thylacine, a creature that defied easy classification, embodying the mystery and wonder of the natural world. The thylacine was a skilled hunter, relying on its keen senses and agility to catch prey. It was a solitary animal, often hunting alone, and its diet consisted of small mammals and birds. However, the arrival of European settlers marked the beginning of the end for the thylacine. Seen as a threat to livestock, it was hunted relentlessly, and bounties were placed on its head. By the early 20th century, the thylacine was on the brink of extinction. The last known thylacine died in captivity in 1936, a tragic end for a creature that had once thrived in the wild. Today, the forests of Tasmania are silent, the ghost of the thylacine a haunting reminder of what was lost. Its story is a poignant lesson in the fragility of life and the impact of human actions on the natural world. Yet the legacy of the thylacine lives on, inspiring conservation efforts and a renewed commitment to protecting the unique wildlife of Tasmania. The ghost in the shadows may be gone, but its spirit endures, a symbol of hope and resilience. The thylacine was a creature of striking contrasts. Known as the Tasmanian tiger, this enigmatic predator roamed the forests and grasslands of Tasmania, Australia, and New Guinea. Its appearance was a blend of familiar and alien features, making it a subject of fascination and mystery. Its most distinctive feature was undoubtedly its stripes. These dark, bold bands ran across its back, creating a mesmerizing pattern that stood out against its tawny fur. Each stripe was unique, much like a fingerprint, giving every thylacine an individual identity. Bold, dark bands ran across its back, fading towards its shoulders, a stark contrast to its otherwise tawny coat. These stripes were not just for show, they served as camouflage, breaking up the thylacine's outline in the dappled light of its forest home, helping it to blend seamlessly into its surroundings. These stripes earned it the moniker tiger, but the resemblance to its namesake ended there. Unlike the true tigers of Asia, the thylacine was a marsupial, more closely related to kangaroos and koalas than to any feline predator. The thylacine possessed a long, stiff tail, more akin to that of a kangaroo than a tiger. This tail was not just for balance, it was a powerful tool, aiding in swift, agile movements through the dense underbrush and open plains. It moved with an almost canine gait, its powerful hind legs propelling it through the undergrowth. This unique locomotion allowed it to cover large distances in search of food, making it a formidable hunter in its environment. Its jaws, however, were its most formidable weapon. The thylacine's bite was legendary, capable of delivering a crushing force that could subdue even the most robust prey. Unhinging like a snake's, the thylacine's jaws could open to an astonishing degree, revealing rows of sharp teeth. This adaptation was crucial for its survival, allowing it to tackle prey much larger than itself. This unique adaptation allowed it to deliver a powerful bite, subduing prey much larger than itself. The thylacine's hunting strategy was a blend of stealth and power, using its stripes for camouflage and its jaws for the kill. Despite its fearsome capabilities, the thylacine was a shy and elusive creature, rarely seen by humans. Its mysterious nature only added to the allure and legend of this remarkable predator. The story of the Tasmanian tiger is, sadly, not just one of natural history, but of human impact. This unique creature, also known as the thylacine, was once a symbol of the wild and untamed landscapes of Australia and Tasmania. Its striped back and dog-like appearance made it a distinctive and fascinating animal, capturing the imagination of those who encountered it. Once widespread across mainland Australia and Tasmania, the thylacine's range began to shrink long before European arrival. It roamed diverse habitats from dense forests to open plains, adapting to various environments. However, its numbers started to dwindle due to factors that are still debated by scientists today. The precise reasons for its decline on the mainland remain shrouded in mystery, but competition with dingoes and perhaps even changes in climate may have played a role. Dingoes, which arrived in Australia thousands of years ago, might have outcompeted the thylacine for food and territory. Additionally, shifts in climate could have altered the thylacine's habitat, making it more difficult for the species to survive. By the time Europeans arrived in Tasmania in the early 19th century, the thylacine was already confined to the island. The isolation of Tasmania provided a temporary refuge for the species, but it also meant that the thylacine was more vulnerable to new threats introduced by human settlers. Its presence was noted by early settlers who often described its haunting calls echoing through the night. These eerie sounds became a part of the folklore and mystique surrounding the thylacine. Unfortunately, as settlers expanded their activities, the thylacine faced increased pressure from hunting, habitat destruction, and competition with introduced species. The combination of these factors ultimately led to its tragic decline and eventual extinction in the wild. The arrival of European settlers marked a turning point in the thylacine's fate. As settlers cleared land for sheep farming, the thylacine's habitat dwindled. Worse still, the thylacine was soon branded a threat to livestock. Whether this reputation was entirely deserved is debatable, but the consequences were dire. A bounty was placed on the thylacine's head and thousands were hunted down and killed. Section 5. The Last Howl. As the 20th century dawned, the thylacine was already teetering on the brink of extinction. Sightings became increasingly rare, each one a fleeting glimpse of a creature fading into myth. Then, in 1933, a trapper named Elias Churchill captured a thylacine alive. The animal, later named Benjamin, was taken to Hobart Zoo, where it lived out its final days. Tragically, on September 7, 1936, Benjamin died, likely from neglect. His death marked the end of an era, the silencing of a species that had roamed the earth for millennia. Section 6. Whispers in the Wind. Despite the official declaration of extinction, the story of the Tasmanian tiger took on a life of its own. Rumors of sightings persisted, whispers in the wind carried on the breath of hope. People claimed to have seen the thylacine's distinctive stripes flashing through the undergrowth, heard its eerie calls echoing in the night. These accounts, often dismissed as misidentifications or wishful thinking, fueled a flicker of hope that somewhere, somehow, the thylacine had survived. Section 7. Searching for a Ghost. The allure of the Tasmanian tiger, the possibility that this creature might yet exist, has captivated scientists and enthusiasts alike. Expeditions have ventured into the wilds of Tasmania armed with cameras and recording equipment, hoping to capture evidence of its survival. The search for the thylacine has become a modern-day quest for the Holy Grail, a testament to our enduring fascination with the natural world and our desire to right the wrongs of the past. Section 8. The DNA Trail. The advent of genetic technology has added a new dimension to the search for the Tasmanian tiger. Scientists have successfully extracted DNA from preserved thylacine specimens, offering tantalizing possibilities for its resurrection. The idea of cloning a thylacine, of bringing this extinct species back from the dead, raises profound ethical and scientific questions. While the technology may be within reach, the wisdom of such an endeavor remains a subject of intense debate. Section 9. A Lesson Unlearned. The story of the Tasmanian tiger is a stark reminder of the fragility of life on Earth. It highlights the devastating impact human actions can have on the natural world. The thylacine's extinction was not an isolated incident but a symptom of a larger problem, the ongoing loss of biodiversity. We are living through a time of unprecedented environmental change, with species disappearing at an alarming rate. The lessons learned from the thylacine's demise are more relevant today than ever before. Section 10. Echoes in the night. The Tasmanian tiger may be gone, but its story continues to resonate. It serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of our responsibility to protect the natural world. The echoes of its haunting calls, real or imagined, still linger in the Tasmanian night. They are a call to action, a plea to safeguard the future of all species, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal. Section 11. A future without ghosts. The extinction of the Tasmanian tiger was a tragedy, but it doesn't have to be the final chapter. We have the power to write a different ending, a future where wildlife thrives and extinctions become a relic of the past. By supporting conservation efforts, protecting habitats and promoting sustainable living, we can ensure that the ghosts of extinct creatures like the thylacine are not forgotten, but serve as a constant reminder of our duty to protect our planet's precious biodiversity.